How do you want us to treat you? That is thuggery. That is theft in broad daylight. And you want us to defend the theft of the public resources for this county. Number C, documents that were used to process payments before the signatures that could not be authenticated. Subsequently, certain officers whose signatures appear in the said documents have denounced the documents. And Mr. Speaker, we are grateful for these gallant officers of this county. You know, this is a scenario where somebody uses somebody's signature, claim the payment. When the whistleblower came and raised an alarm, some of those officers said we cannot go down, yet we know who signed for these documents. We will follow up, Mr. Speaker. And that is why we began by saying, let us deal with the governor first before the due process is followed for the other officers. Number D, the gaps highlighted in the report point to a serious governance concern and weak internal control in the county government, that the appointing authority, that is the governor, policy makers, these are the CECs, accounting officers, those are the CEOs, and indeed all the officers entrusted to deliver services to the county have failed to do as required by law. Number E, there was an intention to defraud the county and violations of the Constitution 2010, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the County Governments Act 2012, the Leadership and Integrity Act, the Powers and Privileges County Assemblies Act, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. If you look at the whole process, Mr. Speaker, it is in violation of every single law. And therefore, we feel that for quite a long time, the county government of Kericho has never respected the law. And we are talking about a serious government as this, where the governor, at his disposal, has advisors paid for by the taxpayers' money of this county. We have the economic advisor, we have the legal advisor, we have the political affairs advisor. All of them are not paid for by the governor, but by the taxpayers of this county. Why is the governor why are these officers under the watch of this governor making such serious mistakes? Number 9, Article 179 of the Constitution and sections, that is 179(4), and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012. The governor has the overall responsibility of being accountable to the management and use of county resources. Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, this squarely puts the governor right in the crime scene, because you oversee a government that has no single structure, that cannot be accountable to the people who elected him. And number 10, it is a matter of public notoriety that when the whistle was blown on these fictitious payments, the governor on 26th of July 2025, while attending a function at Kamolok village in Cheboinwad, rubbished the claims and called for stern action against the whistleblower. This shows someone who is either unaware of the happenings in the county or was deeply involved in the scandal. And Mr. Speaker, at this point in time, I'll request that our IT team, we have 2 clips. A clip where the governor was so happy with the ad hoc committee members, led by the Honorable Paul Gistil, Albert Kipkoech, Honorable Cheriot Bet, our Deputy Speaker, Honorable Ezron. But immediately after that, Mr. Speaker, the governor again retracted. Now you go to one where the governor was in Bureti, not that one. That one, I think. Check it. That is the one. Yes, the sound.
Order. Yes, you start playing as you. Okay.
Mr. Speaker, that is the clip where the governor was talking in Cheboinwad in a funeral. I'm aware the honorable member from Cheboin was present. The Honorable Paul Chirchir was present. You can play, then we see.
The illegal investigation is a very good committee. Use the interest. We not trust anybody for what and for all. Who need to manage as again they understand. So I would get again was that I'm thinking about one of the most more into vaccination. But at the same time, you need to have my rituals not the running name or acting in the good behind it all.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker,
yes, sir.
That clip, the governor had a lot of confidence.
Remember, in this house, we have guests here who may not have understood your clip, so you probably translate a bit so that we can understand. Personally, when you are truly the chair, may not even be understanding that language too. So please clarify.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the guidance. And I also thought, Mr. Speaker, you'll use this opportunity to guide the governor, because he is here to defend himself. And when you're in this house, you don't clap. You simply, and you don't even, you just stay still because you are the accused before the house. Now,
I don't also assume the responsibilities of the chair. And you know, the speaker is always blind.
Guided.
Okay, so
thank you.
continue.
I'm guided, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the governor in that function was praising the committee led by the Honorable Chair, Honorable Albert Kipkoech. The governor confirmed that immediately the findings of the report is tabled, he will implement those findings to the latter. Mr. Speaker, when the report was tabled, now there is the next clip. Can you play for us? Let us look at the reactions of the governor.
Just say again, the MCS, many of them I respect, but I want also to indicate that the number of those who were seated in the committee looking at the petitioner's issue are the biggest contenders of this country. I'm going to be forwarding a list of their proxy companies to the It is very disappointing that those who are investigating a very noble case chose themselves to investigate themselves. It's a case of a chief appointing himself to investigate how theft happened, and yet they are themselves that force our officers and the CEOs and everybody to do crazy things. And they've been twisting and blacklisting our citizens. I just wanted to say this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think, Mr. Speaker, at that point only, the clips that you've seen here points a man who is a master of double speak. That you can say this here, and you say the next. You know, Mr. Speaker, I expected the governor, when the findings of this report was tabled, even despite the fact that we had already raised an impeachment motion, he should have acted in good faith, because you cannot have faith in Honorable Albert Kipkoech this minute, and in the evening, you are talking about, bad about him. Mr. Speaker, that is why I'm saying the governor even went an extra mile. It is not in that clip. He rubbished his own deputy governor, who became the whistleblower. Mr. Speaker, we are grateful for Engineer Fred Kirui, the deputy governor of this, because without him, we would not have known what has happened in that, in our county. Mr. Speaker, allow me to go to Roman number 2. Misappropriation of national agricultural value chain development project, that is NAFDP funds. Number 11, on various dates between the year 2023 and 2025, the governor has violated the provisions of Article 10, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and Sections 48 and 159 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and Section 30, 3F of the County Governments Act 2012, by aiding, abetting, condoning, and or overseeing the massive looting, pilferage, misappropriation, and misallocation of NAFDP funds amounting to Kenya shillings 351 million as at 10th June 2025. Mr. Speaker, I want to inform the House that for the 2 financial years, the first financial year, the county government of Kericho got 151 million through the fund. This is a World Bank funded project. And in financial year 2024-2025, we got 200 million. That brings to a total of 351. Mr. Speaker, as at 10th of June 2025, county government of Kericho had already used 281 million, 266 million being from the kitty, and 15 million being the contribution by the county government of Kericho. So the total amount is 351. We will establish shortly how much is pending or yet to be dispersed. And Mr. Speaker, this fund was meant to build 5 value chains from coffee industry all the way to pyrethrum. But Mr. Speaker, I'll in the process highlight what has happened in all our 30 wards, especially with regards to the fund. Number 12, from the report of the Committee of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries and Cooperative Management, Tourism and Wildlife on the implementation status of National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAFDP, in Kericho County, tabled in the County Assembly on 6th August 2025. The County Assembly noted the following discrepancies in the use of the fund. Number A, the expenditure was used for farmers' cooperative societies, that is farmer producer organization, found only in 19 out of 30 wards in Kericho County. This implies that the fund that were meant for the agripreneurs, whose role was to enumerate farmers and organize them into circles, was not adequately utilized. Number B, each ward was meant to get Kenya shillings 1 million. Yet, committee found out that of the 19 circles under the program, only 7 have ever received financial support since inception of the fund. Number C, it is further indicated in the report that some circles received nominal support in kind in form of office furniture and some farm inputs, while others have never received any support. Number D, even those circles and farmer producer organization which received support in kind did not receive delivery notes when the furniture, computers and other supplies were delivered, and they cannot therefore ascertain the prices, source and therefore quality of what was supplied. Number E, the procurement of furniture and equipment under NAFDP program was conducted centrally with minimal involvement of key stakeholders. This does not only undermine the principle of transparency in procurement, decision making and lack of ownership, but also created room for pilferage and misappropriation of the fund. Mr. Speaker, I am not a member of any of the 2 committees that visited the various wards, but I can tell this House, Mr. Speaker, that through the fund, despite the fact that we've expended more than 266 million or 281, some wards do not have offices. Some wards have never been funded. Some of those circles have never received anything. The point is, Mr. Speaker, I want the governor, when he defends himself, he should be able to tell us where the 281 million has gone. And Mr. Speaker, we are also going to use the courts, because we were supposed to get the statement from the bank account where this fund is in. Unfortunately, the office of the clerk was not able to be given that, despite the fact that we wrote to the bank. Perhaps, Mr. Speaker, we will be getting this even as we prosecute this matter elsewhere. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, there are a number of wards that do not even have offices. despite the fact that this county is getting huge amount from the World Bank. Mr. Speaker, this financial year alone, we are getting 231 million. That is already captured in the Kara Act. If the county government of Kericho, led by Dr. Eric Mutahi, cannot explain the 281 million, what will happen to 231 that is coming this financial year? Mr. Speaker, number 13, the office furniture and the equipment supplied under the NAFDP program are largely substandard. There was therefore no value for money and compliance with the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, particularly Section 124, which obligates the procuring entity to select quality and cost-based selection, that is QCBS method, as the preferred method to be used and to evaluate proposals. Mr. Speaker, in some word, like Senator Cheptororiet ward, the Honorable Aaron Rotich, our Chief Whip, is representing the cabinet, because through this program, anything that is applied has specifications. In Senator Cheptororiet, we were able to establish even the cabinet itself is broken. Now, the computers supplied to a number of these circles which have already benefited, that's around, they are not even more than 10. Most of those computers cost 120,000, but they are, refurbished. Mr. Speaker, we will, in due time, even produce some of those laptops, because it is important for us to prove that the county government of Kericho is misusing donor funds, which is not the case. These are the people who've come to help our county. Instead of us appreciating their effort, we are misusing what they have given us. Mr. Speaker, number 14, the manner in which the few projects which were implemented were done to show that they were done without following the project's implementation manual published by the World Bank to guide the implementation of the project. And Mr. Speaker, that was even the guiding principle. You can imagine, we already have a guiding implementation manual. Instead of those enforcing this, following the due process, they went overboard. In fact, Mr. Speaker, when I said there was so many withdrawals which were necessary, which we will prove when we get the statements, people thought we were joking. So, Mr. Speaker, the manual was disregarded. The person who is mandatory in the whole transaction is the coordinator. Then we have the project accountant. And then we have the chief officer. Those are the three signatories. Mr. Speaker, we'll soon know who has been ordering the withdrawals of this fund and for what purpose. Number 15, again, the governor shirked his overall responsibility under Article 179(4) of the Constitution and Section 33F of the County Governments Act 2012 to be accountable for the management and use of county resources. Number 16.
Honorable Rabban, so that you take your seat first. You know the governor is here as accused. And there is what we normally say, whoever alleges must prove. So I expect you, as you continue debating, you should be proving, not we will in future. So please be guided, because he's here already, so that he can answer to all those charges. Please be guided accordingly. The Honorable Kumekucha.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand guided. So, number 16. There is evidence that the governor has been ordering withdrawals from the fund for reasons other than those for which the fund was created by the donor. Evidence of this shall be availed at the hearing and consideration of this motion. The mover will as well be asking the Assembly to issue an order under Article 195(2)(b) of the Constitution and Section 27(1)(c) and 2 of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017 compelling the relevant banks where the fund were drawn from to furnish this house with the bank statements showing the withdrawals of the fund from 2023 to date. And that is what we did, Mr. Speaker. Unfortunately, they were not able to supply us with the statements. Mr. Speaker, we will use another opportunity, perhaps through the courts, for us to get the statements, because analyzing the statements will vindicate my assertion with regards to the withdrawal of this fund, Mr. Speaker. Number 3, Roman number 3, misappropriation of funds and unfair distribution of projects under the financing locally led climate action FLOCA fund. Again, Mr. Speaker, this is a donor-funded project by the same institution, the World Bank. Number 17, on various dates between 2023 and 2025, the governor has violated the provisions of Article 10, 179, 183, 201, 207, and 208 of the Constitution, and sections 102 and 107 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and sections 33F of the County Governments Act 2012, by presiding over unfair, skewed, and nepotic distribution of projects under FLOCA funds, imprudent use, misappropriation, and misallocation of FLOCA funds as follows. Number A, skewed and unfair distribution of projects under the fund with the governor's home ward, namely Chemosot ward, alone getting projects worth 21 million shillings, 701,590. While there are many other wards, not only in other sub-counties, but even in Bureti sub-county, which received not a single project under the fund. This nepotically skewed distribution of projects under the fund violates the national values and principles of governance under Article 10 of the Constitution, and in particular, the values of equity, non-discrimination, equality, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. The principle of public finance under Chapter 12 of the Constitution, as well as the provisions of Sections 102 and 107 of the Public Finance Management Act, which enjoins the governor to ensure fiscal responsibility adherence to the values and principles of the Constitution in the management of the county funds. Mr. Speaker, this is even very interesting because the guidelines from this particular donor fund, they are supposed to roll out 3 projects in 3 key sectors. 1 is environment, number 2 is agriculture, and number 3 is water. Mr. Speaker, what is so shocking, and it cannot be a coincidence, is a ward getting all the 3 projects in 1 financial year. While there is a ward like Kipchebor. In fact, let me use the Bureti one, Mr. Speaker. We have the member of County Assembly representing Litei with 0 project in FLOCA. But her neighbor has gotten all the 4, agriculture, environment, and water, amounting to 21 million. The source of this information is the report from the Department of Water. Mr. Speaker, I will play a clip up there to show that the governor, where he or she feels that particular MCA supports the governor, that particular ward is given more projects. You know, Honorable Anita is like my mother. Is like my mother. Mr. Speaker, I'm making my case. You will have an opportunity to prosecute your issue. I respect her. But then,
unless she accepts and wait, or she's on a point of order, quoting the the point of order, which refer to your standing order, and then.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know. Pursuant to what standing order is she raising the point of order?
Yes, we give her an opportunity. Yes, proceed now, Honorable Anita. So you can take your seat, Honorable Rowan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for this opportunity to be able to be on point of order. Section 101 that talks about upon a motion, other than a motion by way of amendment or question proposed by the Speaker, a member may second by rising in his or her place and signify acquittance by bowing the head. A member shall reserve same rights of speech as member would have had other members have seconded submotion. Mr. Speaker, allow me to interject and ask for support or evidence of the 4 or 3 departments that the mover of this motion has talked about having my ward benefited. Because, Mr. Speaker, sir, being a representative of the people of Chemosot and all of us in this house, Mr. Speaker, sir, I know that the Flocker project went through a committee, Mr. Speaker, sir, that approved all the projects to be done. Mr. Speaker, sir, for the motion mover to talk about Chemosot being a beneficiary and not look into what other committees from other wards provided for them not to qualify, Mr. Speaker, sir, this is not fair. Thank you.
All right, honorable members, I don't want to embarrass you when I say you refer to as standing orders. Honorable Anita, of course, you will have an opportunity to maybe raise those issues in the debate, because you've actually quoted 101, which you have a right of speech. At the same time, I know you have also Honorable Kiprotich standing order number 98, which actually I want to believe you are the one building on responsibility for statement of fact. So let us we can let us address the issues when that time comes, so that we also avoid maybe moving back and forth. So let's proceed on the board one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I was reminded that she quoted the wrong standing order. But then, Mr. Speaker, I want to beg that there is a clip that I wish be played where the Honorable Member herself is addressing the public. This was in Kusumek, in her ward, during the homecoming ceremony of the area director, one Mr. Langat. The ICT team.
Lagi dingin no, agar guano, kumagano ko te puwalo magatanda line, erweteta. Omay babay bayit ka. O bay bay na nita ne. O bay bay. Omacham, sakayate bay bay na nita. Tetuko chacha. Keu nya goyo bani. Suko bay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if we play that clip to the end, the Honorable Member is already even trying to say that the neighboring member of County Assembly, that is Honorable Vincent Kirui, is somebody.
Honorable, can you just play it to the end, okay, please? Yes.
Lagi dingin no, kono sa men, chaka saibu ko kain ni, kumai tu ako lega na mungo ka ke bare nan, macam na sa bulan, kuma sa men na bulan tadi guye, so ko kami kini ko mai, mun tam goi bulan je tu kalau na ino na re ko ko ni, ai tu, kalau na jambe ko ke re juta sai ni, ko ko tu suan almost ka te 15 million, so ke tu ni. Masamu aje kwa kianjang bila munda kami mwishi mana tebako semi. Kira mwanga ronenge. Amungi lele kare setu koban. Tanga na kama amungi bika bitte. Minse. Ogi tiana mbangte lakini na tata ko tikito.
Honorable Silence. Okay, proceed.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
Let me translate for the sake of those who might not. Honorable Anita is telling the members of public what she is able to get from the governor, you know, more than what she has in her own budget. Mr. Speaker, she even goes an extra mile and says that she is going to ensure that she requests on behalf of the member of county assembly representing Litein and the neighboring wards. Mr. Speaker, in short, we have what we call schedule, Mr. Speaker. If the Honorable Anita gets more projects than what is budgeted for a ward, that means that is what we call the skewed development, engineered by the governor. Because one of the most favorite MCAs for the governor is the Honorable Anita. I know because maybe that is where the governor resides, that is her MCA. But again, I'm aware Honorable Kiptuya, not Kiptuya, Honorable Vincent Kirui is where the governor comes from. I wish the very same treatment Honorable Anita gets is the very same treatment the people of Litein get, because that is what we need. Mr. Speaker, I can confirm that I have had issues with the governor in the manner in which projects are distributed. In the previous financial year, I lost 10 million worth of roads because perhaps I moved the previous impeachment. In this financial year that has come to an end, works from the committee on the pending bills, where I sat as a vice chair, and Honorable Vincent Godin was the chair, I lost close to 13 million shillings without explanation, Mr. Speaker. That is the money that goes to a ward like that one we've talked about, Mr. Speaker. And that is wrong because, one, Mr. Speaker, in law there is what we call jural correlatives. Where we have a right, there is a duty. The people I represent have a right to water, to roads, and anything. It is the duty of the governor to ensure the people of Sigawet are given all those things because they voted for us. Mr. Speaker, through this fund, I can confirm, and we have the report here, that Honorable Anita alone benefited in all the 4 projects in one financial year. We also have Honorable Dominic Mutahi, who is a very good friend of the governor. He ended up getting close to 2 projects from Floka, both environment and water. The Honorable Dr. Naman Rob, who I'm aware is related to the governor, got 3 projects from the fund. Now, Mr. Speaker, where would you get that when Honorable
Honorable you know, when you make such allegations, you can substantiate whether Honorable Dr. Naman Rob is related to the governor. I don't know how you will prove it.
Mr. Speaker, you know, I come from the same sub-county as Dr. Naman Rob, and is my closest friend. Mr. Speaker, the governor and Dr. Naman Rob occasionally calls each other cousin. I'm made to know the mom of Governor Mutahi.
Let's order. We want honorable members.
Want to stand
it's important to substantiate such an allegation because the governor is here. And yes, if you can substantiate, can you substantiate?
Mr. Speaker, because this is a house of rules and procedures, part 1 to standing order number 98, statement of fact. The Honorable Dr. Naman Rob is seated in this house. He can either confirm or deny. If he denies, I will withdraw and apologize. Okay. If he confirms.
Honorable, order, you take your seat, Honorable. Honorable Dr. Naman Rob, there is an allegation here that you need to talk about. Please, Honorable Dr. Naman, the floor is yours. The only professor, Your Excellency, this is the only professor that we have in this house, an associate professor.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I think we are digressing from the critical motion that is before the floor of the House. How I wish we give the mover of the motion to continue with the critical matters that were being discussed And then the other peripheral matters will be discussed later on. For the guidance.
Order. You AWACS confirm, you know, those are very, as far as time orders, Honorable Dr. Herman. You don't guide the chair on how to guide the House. So you just, respond to the allegations.
Honorable Speaker, sir, my relationships, whether close or distant, are only meant for the family issues. Anything that is for the public can be meant for the public.
Order, Dr. Herman. It is either yes or no. You don't have to explain. Because remember, the Honorable Kiprotich, if you will not accept it, then he will need to substantiate the standing orders. So no relationship.
No.
All right. So Honorable Kiprotich, no relationship. So you better withdraw your remarks, and I order the Hansard to start it off.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I will withdraw and apologize, but there is a clip that I'll not be able to play here where the Honorable Member was addressing the members of the public.
Order now, overtaken by events. Honorable, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I was saying, in word, the word got 3 projects from the fund. Again, that is in violation of the guidelines of the fund. The Honorable Speaker, let me just highlight some words. The Honorable Simon Koskei of Kunyak got nothing from the project in the 2 subsequent financial years. We are going to the 3rd one. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Philip Rono, MCA representing Kamashan, and who is our majority leader, got nothing. The Honorable Hezron Kipngeno, from the fund, the word Chiljila did not get anything. The Honorable Speaker, in Bureti, Cheblanget ward, where the governor comes from, got nothing from the fund, despite the fact that we've gone through the 2 financial years.